Yes, I'm late 3 minutes, but I still had to complete the preparations. So I welcome everyone, and today we continue. Of sculpting our huge what you call it? Our huge Skaven. Now let's wait a while on this picture, and then I'll show you how I progressed. So greetings everyone on Twitch, greetings everyone on YouTube, and greetings everyone on TikTok. I'm gonna put a chat. Where it is? Just a quick second, guys. Yes, so I will put you like nicely besides each other. Hello, Kidbush. How are you, bro? Hello, Chickenator. Hey, Grzegorz. Hey, buddy. Long time no see. I have a fan here, so hopefully it won't be that disturbing. Hey, wait. Our gang is here. Hey, Balu. Wait. Tell me, you are Aussie. How you feel about that breakdance performance on an Olympic? How do you like? What you thinking about it? Hello, Pato. 4 musketeers, right? Summer's busy time in my work, so you'll understand. Yeah, definitely. I'm asking for that because I saw that woman breakdancing, and I thought that she's like trolling the event. So I don't know what was that about. So tell me, bro, how you feel about it. Or she was from New Zealand? Now I don't know. I apologize if I misplaced her origin. I think she was Australian, no? What should I call it? Oh yeah, it's Australian, so I remember it nice. It was apparently like the breakdance was included in the Olympics as a new sport. I have no idea why, because, for example, powerlifting is not an Olympic sport, but apparently breakdance now is. And this lady like showed weird performance, to say it politely. So when I saw that, I had the impression that she was like trolling the whole event. Yeah, the breakdancing fiasco. I do this all 24 hours skid bashing. Bro, you're a madman. How can you do that? How can you like sit? I wouldn't be able to hobby 24 hours straight. Even though I love it to death. Freaking love it every single second, but my brain would turn off after like 4 hours probably. Then I would need a break. I could not like keep my creative flow that long. I know breakdancers and I'm feeling ashamed. I feel bad for our 16 years old male contestant. He's lost in the controversy. I can't wait to see her side of the story. Well, yeah. So, but why she was elected? That's what I'm asking. Like that's my curiosity, because I'm pretty sure you guys have like at least 1,000 top tier breakdancers who should like easily perform there. So why she? Yeah, I thought that she was trolling, that she had some kind of beef with that Olympic committees, and she just went there and like throw a tantrum or whatever. Bro, you're a madman. 24 hours. Dude. Oh, sorry. Okay, am I here? Oh, good. I accidentally turned on camera. Okay. So let me show you how I progressed. Lo, hold and behold. Come on, don't be shy. Yeah. Look what we got right now. Look how far we progressed. I'm addicted to sculpting this model because I am like sculpting it today, yesterday. Basically, I'm hooked to it and I want to have it finished. I enjoy it so much. I've heard her husband is a judge for some competitions. Well, there is the explanation. That is like a pig nepotism then. Ooh, so you like it, guys. I love that you're liking it. So, I decided eventually to differentiate from Games Workshop model. So, I had this idea that he will be actually a king with a proper crown. Now, I know that Skavens does not like crown their kings, or they don't have a kings. So, it's our version, we can do whatever the fuck we want. And I named him the Red King. If you don't know what the Red King is, Google it. I mean, not the fantasy creature, but the real thing, like in real world. Google what the Red King is. It's a stuff of nightmares. Yeah, glad that you love it, guys. So, then I made him a crown. Now, when I was like deciding what kind of weapon would he wield, I made him this scepter slash staff. So this is the warp stone, and actually I filled his body with the warp stone. So the story is that he stick shards of warp stone into his body and armor, so then he was able to mutate, and I basically raised to this Verminlord level of ranks. And this is the like huge warp stone, a lot of bells, then 2 scrolls with Skaven runes. I made the effort, so I made 3 additional like the Skaven runes brushes, so I did it there. And I am not sure if on the last stream we already have decorated these 2 cloths. So this is what we're gonna do today, so I will further decorate it. Now, today we will be working on tail. So I actually copied one of his horns and use it as a tail, so we will be prolonging it and twisting it and so on. I've managed to successfully merge all geosets on a head and basically made these clusters of merged geosets. So stuff is merged, his body with armor is merged, so yeah, we are on good track. So we reduced the geosets to only a couple of them, like 15, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18. So far we have 18 geosets, which is way less than we had last time. Last time we had like 60. Hello, go for it painting. Yeah, so today our main job is to sculpt the tail. So I will hide a head, so take a good look to it, because I will be hiding from now on a few parts of it, so we save the RAM actually for the better performance. Now, actually I'm scratching my nose because the allergy season started. Like, me and my wife have this weirdly synchronized that almost at the end of summer we both have like this allergy. She got it unfortunately far worse, but today I started to like sneeze and like had the running nose. So yeah, right now we are sitting on 19, almost 20 million triangles, which is like 30 million less than on the last 100 model. So this model should not like be that heavy. Yeah, you had a successful merges at Impress Club Sound. So yeah, round of applause for Blender. No, actually, I'm kind of getting better of merging it because I start to understand what is causing the trouble. So I found out that actually the raised single polygons are like obstructing, so I made sure that the innards of these parts were smoothed for the smooth merges, and it kind of worked. So actually the biggest problems I had, like this whole morning, I spent like 4 hours just to merging these stupid chains because they were causing problems, but luckily I was able to successfully merge it. So yeah, let's hide the head and hide the stuff, and we are working with 11 million triangles. Oh no, also these two armor, these are taking a lot of space. Now we are at 7.3 million. Actually here, I'm not sure if you are able to read it, but here you can see the triangles and polygon size. So if we don't see the actually like a total polygon count, but we have a triangles, and triangle is like one triangle you need to like multiply by 3 obviously, and there you have like a finite amount of polygons. So 7.3, almost 7.4 millions is bearable, I would say. So yeah, let's do the tail. Let me fetch this Vermin Lord somewhere. I will put him on the other screen, and we can so I can see the layout of it. By the way, guys, on Twitch you can like ask me and talk to me as well. I have like Twitch chat open separately. Yeah. So let's do the tail. All right. And actually, my client, for who I was making the Skaven set and the avatar of Great Horn Rat, told me that he rather wants this new model than the old one, which is good. So I'm happy for it, because then I will get to paint it. So let's finally do something. I really like him. He is a Shaman King. Make me think of Gul'dan, Hadr Hudson. Yeah, Gul'dan was awesome. Gul'dan is a perfect villain. I don't know, guys, if all of you are familiar with Gul'dan. For those who are not, he is like one of the main antagonists or villains in the Warcraft universe, and he was responsible, almost mainly responsible, for the second Great War. He basically brought the orcs to Azeroth along with the Kil'jaeden, or Medivh, however you want to call it. He's just the overall top tier bad guy. And actually, I like the Warcraft movie Visage of Gul'dan. He was awesome. They did like a great job of making him. I love the Mag'Gora scene, so where he fought with Durotan and he cheated and used magic. Fun fact about like the Mag'Gora, so basically duel to the death. It's never explicitly said that you cannot use magic. It was just like understood that it's like a one hand-to-hand combat, but it's not explicitly said that it's like magic is forbidden. So that's why Troll were able to use it and defeat Garrosh and kill him actually. Yeah, Garrosh was awesome villain. Also, he was good, and he was a good war chief. I mean, he was a proper war chief for Orcish horde. Like, I'm not saying he was good, far from it, but he was good war chief. I like the times during the early stages of lore of Warcraft where the orcs were really like tough and kinda evil. That was cool. Using magic is forbidden. That is actually what everyone said, but I watch a long like lore video about it, and it's actually somehow a loophole in rules, because there is not explicitly said that you cannot use it. All of them are like understanding it that it's a hand combat, but actually it's kinda not. But yeah, it was a dick move morally from Gul'dan to use a life drain on him. But what I wanted to say, I love the sculpt of Gul'dan in the movie. So he like put off his rags and then he straightened up, and from the perceived cripple, everyone had him for a cripple, and then suddenly he was like a hulking behemoth under that. So that was kind of like a change from the lore, but it was cool. Actually, Warcraft movie was awesome. For the people who does not know Warcraft universe, it had to be chaotic. I understand that, but I actually enjoyed it a lot. What was cringe was like the humans and their armor, their shining armor. In my opinion, it would be better if the whole movie was done CGI, like in Blizzard cinematic style, because if you remember cinematic for Mists of Pandaria, where the human sailor were fighting orc, notice how well built was the human sailor. So he was all muscle, and it was not that of a difference between him and the orc, so it was like a more believable that he physically might have stood a chance with a fight with orc. However, in the movie they use real actors which were kind of skinny, and there is like no chance that he remotely they would have a chance to fight orc. And actually orcs on fell. But yeah, it still was cool. I love the movie. Yeah, actually, yeah, Wade, you're right. It was shameful. Yeah. It was not explicitly forbidden, but shameful, really. And if you played Worlds of Draenor, the cinematic where Garrosh, the troll defeated Garrosh, that could have been like more epic in a sense that it should have had like a proper cinematic to it, not just the in-game cinematic. And if you remember how the story was like developed until that point, it was just like a Nagrand. It was at the beginning of a Nagrand story, basically. So, or maybe in 1/3 of the questing. So we all expected Garrosh to play a role in Worlds of Draenor, and suddenly he was like that. And unfortunately, Worlds of Draenor was a shitty expansion, because it was all hyped. I love the lore, I love how it began, but it was just like so few things in there. It was long and kind of boring, and even though it had great rates, for example, Blackrock Foundry was awesome. I remember back then I was kind of hardcore player, so we were progressing everything on Mythic, and Blackhand was awesome fight. It was quick, it was dynamic, it was just awesome. And Imperator, what was his name? The ogre. Damn, I forgot. What was the name of the ogre Imperator? Margok, yeah. Yeah, it was Margok. That was kind of cool to progress. The main issue with Worlds of Draenor, in my opinion, was the lack of content. It was not the quality of the content. Quality of content was awesome. I love it. However, it was so few and so much wait time between the release of the patches. And the Hellfire Citadel raid was pure hell. It was so hard. Actually, like a Mythic Archimond was the final nail in the coffin of my hardcore raiding. After that, I just switched to PvP, because PvP is far more enjoyable and relaxing. because the Mythic Archimon had no business being that hard. Let's stop talking about, otherwise I think it's gonna still go back to us in a few months again. You say what was scrapped at the end. Yeah, and there are so many... Oh, sorry, wait, but I just had to. Let's just have a good old nostalgic moment about World of Warcraft. So when it comes to Warlords of Draenor, I kind of don't understand why they scrapped so many content, because if you remember, they were like planned like the whole new continent, the Ogre city, like in the south, that was all scrapped. Also one giant island on the north, where was Ashran. By the way, Ashran was awesome. I love PvPing on Ashran. Oh, guys, notice I have new music. Tell me if you enjoy it. So this is like a chill, lo-fi beat. So we will be switching that between this and like the fantasy music. So we have some refreshment. Yeah, Shattered was meant to be another raid, and that would be cool, like the demon-infested Shattered city. I kinda don't know what is going through the head of the developers, why they are like eventually cut so many content, but there is this book about Vanilla WoW from John Statz, I believe he wrote it. I have it. My friend borrowed it to me, and I read it. I almost finished it. I am like almost at the end. So there he explained some of the hurdles what them as developers are getting. But yeah, Worlds of Draenor should have been like better made, or more content to be there. And do you remember how it ended, the Garrosh in the alternate timeline? He like stayed alive and everything. So lore-wise, they, since the two different timelines, we still had a portal between them, so they aged rapidly for some reason. It was poorly explained that once the rift was open, so the age difference had to be like equalized or something. So Grom Hellscream aged to his normal supposed age, and then Iriel, the light-bearing lunatic, with her Lightforge army just killed him. It was in the Maghar Orc Allied Race questline to open, if you remember. I actually have Maghar Orcs open as a playable race. I leveled Maghar Warrior. His name was Bograt. Let me actually Google it if it's still on Armory. Norganon server, Bograt. Oh no. Yeah, I would. And what did I say? Gromash. Yeah, I meant Gromash. What did I say? Garage? Sorry. So basically, Iriel killed him. Poor guy. Or well, it was not shown. It was not explicitly shown his death, but we all know what really happened. Or it was heavily implied that he actually died. So we had tail. So let's put some boils at the tail. So I'm thinking something like almost like a Nurgle boils, right? Let's fetch a brush for it. It's a creature. I play Roach, fade to black, nice. Warwithin looks nice to return to. Well, maybe I too give it a chance. But the World of Warcraft nowadays has like this big fundamental problem of it being like It's kind of hard to explain, but it's almost feel like there's too much to do, and it's kind of the same. What I would prefer and I would appreciate is like the World of Warcraft 2.0, and like the grand reset, and everything will be like from the beginning, from the scratch, with a different story. Because myself is a huge like lore nerd. I read almost all the books. Well, I just skipped the new ones, but like the classics like War of the Ancients, like The Last Guardian, Day of the Dragon. Yeah, what was the third one in there? About Troll, Leader of the Clans, I think it was the name. Lord of the Clans, right? And also Arthas. By the way, Arthas is the best Warcraft books ever written. Christy Golden is just an awesome author. And by the way, Arthas is probably one of the best books, period, I've ever read. I read it like 4 times already. Actually, every year when we are going on a vacation, I had a hard copy. Let me just show you. Well, it's dark, but I didn't find it, but I have Illidan with my phone. By the way, Illidan is also a good book. I love how they allow us to understand his story from his point of view, and why we were actually able to kill him in the Black Temple, because like normally the Burning Crusade didn't make sense from that point of why suddenly the Illidan is a villain. But in that book it was like nicely explained, and also it was explained why he was able to be defeated. So he was basically insanely weakened by the raid to the demon planet. I believe the last one was Natreza, the planet of the Dreadlords. And if you played Shadowlands, I like how they like expanded the lore of the Dreadlords. Many people are bitching about it, but I actually from the Shadowlands this was one of the best parts. And Raven Dread, the zone, it was like amazing. Even though the Shadowlands was not good expansion, I think the Raven Dread is one of the best zones in the game. And my absolute favorite zone is from Battle for Azeroth. What was the name of that witch? Gee, my brain is not functioning well. Oh, help me. The one where like there was this coven of witches, the dark, like the cursed forest near Boralus. What was the zone? Guys, help me, please. Please. What was the name of the? I have to Google it. So, BFA zones. Drastvar. Yeah, Drastvar. I'm actually a big sucker for like everything witch and dark forest and curses. So that strike my vibe a lot. Drastvar was amazing, and I enjoyed its story. Like, I'm not that kind of guy who read the quests during the exping. Usually, I was just rushing through everything. However, in Drastvar, I had this cinematic quest add-on. I forgot the name, which is like every time you click on a quest, it like almost turned it into cinematic. So the text is slowly unveiling, and it has this good RPG vibe. So through whole Drastvar I was like on that, and I enjoyed it. So the introduction was amazing when you like came to the zone, and then you like discovered the village, empty, but like this is the people turned into pigs, right? And you found it like the witch effigies everywhere, and then the little girl was like guiding you through it, and it was creepy as hell. I love it. And the Waker's Manor, which was the dungeon in the Drastvar, that has some like pretty good Elden Ring vibes, especially the cook, the big boss. That was proper nasty. Oh, guys, today I discovered that there is a movie called Mad God. It's from the 2021. It's a stop motion. It's supposedly a stop motion movie, but it's really twisted and like creepy. So I want to watch it. It's from the guy he's like a king of like stop motion movies. He was working on Jurassic Park and like many others. Even he worked on Star Wars, the old ones. So apparently he decided to make this project, and I just like watched the review video on it, and I'm instantly hooked. So probably tomorrow in the evening I will watch it. There is no chance my wife will watch this with me because it's pretty disturbing. So from what I read and seen, but I'm looking forward to it. Like this creative, disturbing shit is what I love, really. This like unexplainable creepiness. You know what that reminds me kinda like the drawings of Zdzisław Beksinski, if you know the author, like a Polish painter who like painted these nightmarish things, and it's super amazing. I mean, if you saw the Astartes, the short movies or short cinematics from Now Game Workshop, but it was like made by a single guy. I forgot his name, so I apologize. So at the very ending of the Astartes, so when the Space Marine like got teleported to this like death planet with all those skulls, so that was like heavily inspired by one of the paintings from Zdzisław Beksinski. So absolutely creepy and amazing. Hello, Timothy. Wait, I'm just now scaling these armor for the Skaven here, for the tail. And I'm talking and I'm not thinking about the sculpture. So, but good thing that I don't need to focus that much, because this is pretty straightforward job. Howling Fjord, my man, awesome. And Grizzly Hills, best music, period. Wrath of the Lich King was amazing. Every zone was good. Well, that's not true. I loved, of course, Ice Crown. I love Howling Fjord. I love Grizzly Hills. I love Zuldrak. But what I don't like was the Horde zone, Sholazar Basin, or what was the name of that? Then this crater. That sucked. And Storm Peaks, I didn't like the Storm Peaks. It was too big. And I had like really bad memories from farming the Timeless Proto-Drake. Such a stupid fucking mount. I didn't even like how he looked like, but I was farming it for the sake of like collection. Actually, I still have, because I'm still at hold of my account. I have kind of cool collection of mounts. So what I have is like the, what you name it, the Ottoman Horseman from the Karazhan, the old mount. What else? Some cool pieces. I have Headless Horseman mount and all the Holidays mounts, so Blue West, both Kodo and the Ram. What else? Let me think about it. I have all mounts from Throne of Thunder. Wait. A Legend Rifle, but not Lovecraftian nature. Bexiski is unique horror. That's right. I love it. That was wrong. It was Grizzly Hills. It's my favorite game. Grizzly Hills. That's the music is just. I would actually play it on stream, but I'm worried that I got copyrighted. So, actually, Asmongold is frequently playing it on stream, and he is posting videos with it on YouTube, and he never got striked for it. So maybe one day I will risk it because it has a top tier soundtrack. Yeah, the Timeless Proto-Drake it was just weird. Like, I wanted it because it was like rare. From the Legion, I have a good amount of mounts. For example, the one from Doom of Sargeras, that worm. What else? From Warlords of Draenor, I have good amount of mounts. I have the stupid ogre, the Gron. Well, it's not stupid, I like it. The Pound Fist. What else? I actually don't have Invincible. That I was farming a lot. Okay, so we are experiencing problems with merging. Again. Probably my rarest mount, like most cherishable mount, is the one for it was either 1 million honorable kills in PvP, killing boss, or 5 millions. I'm not sure which one, but I managed to got this achievement through the BFA because I was PvPing a lot. Like the early days of BFA. Until the moment where they added flying, so all I was doing every day, I was just for like maybe hour or two, I just log in and we were like world PvPing everything on the world quest. That was nice. The gladiator mounts, those are cool. Now, unfortunately, I started PvPing only like in Battle for Azeroth, so I did not have the chance to have any gladiator mounts. Treebeard guy. What do you mean? Which? You're talking about some mount? Chorobish. Oh, sorry, my dog is eating something. Yeah, so I forgot to close the shelf from which I was showing you the book, and my dog was rummaging through it. A little bugger. Shh. My friend has the 0.1%. He was the best mage on server. But which one? Oh. Okay, screw it. Like, he don't need to have this armor on the back of a tail. So now let's decorate it with these bells. So the contact point will be like the ground. Notice how I like almost equalize it with the hoof position. So this will be glued to the base, and from that point this should not be that wobbly. It should be okay. So one bell here. One will be going here probably. What I wanted, like the mount-wise, the most was the Krog, or however you pronounce it. The thing what looks like a squig from Battle for Azeroth. The one who dropped in the dungeon And the name of the dungeon was Underrot. Yeah, on Mythic version. So that I was farming, and unfortunately I was not able to got it. So that one I really wanted. I know there is another version of him available for the achievements. Glory of the BFA Rider or something like that. But the one achievement there from that is hard, and you need a large group for it. So namely the one on Gahun, right? That was kind of hard. I don't remember precisely what was required exactly, but I remember we were searching for the groups to get it, and people are failing it like spectacularly. Okay, let's merge the bells. Maybe a sub boss needs me. Alright, boy. Alright, mate. Guys, and have you played Age of Reckoning? Is the name of the Warhammer MMO. There is actually a private server still running, and I'm thinking of going back to it. Age of Reckoning. Yeah, it's the Warhammer Online. That was cool. I was so sad when they announced that it's going out of out of support, and they ended it. But glad that the private server is still going on. And there is like its name is what's the name of the private server? Return of Reckoning or something like that. So it's free to play. Actually, I'm thinking of playing it. I was playing as a this squig herder, or what was the class? Yeah, the goblin with the squig. I mean, I'm so sad that it ended, because that game had the potential. It had potential, and if it have had better marketing, there was a solid chance of it being a blast, like amazing success. You remember the miniatures? The Grumlock and Gazbag orc and a little goblin shaman on his shoulder. I still have it somewhere. I have I actually saw off the Gazbag, the goblin shaman, but it was so off the scale. It was so tiny compared to other night goblin miniatures. And I don't know where he is right now. Where did I put him? I'm sure I did not sell him, because that was kind of crappy painted. But it got a nostalgic value for me, I would say. And the orc his whereabouts are unknown. So right now I'm sculpting opening for the tail. So this cloth needs to be like properly tore and rugged. And what the hell is this? Return of Reckoning. Yeah, you're right, buddy. Return of Reckoning. Guys, do you notice the latest movement from the gamers, which they are trying to propose or enforce the law in Europe that if you pay for a game, for example, like namely the Age of Reckoning, and you paid for it, and suddenly or after a year it went out, they turn it off. So the proposed law would cover it, that people who wants to run it on private server, they will have like the rights to do so without them have rights to suing them. And I think it's a good movement. Now the part when they are asking for the developers to give them like all the scripts for it, that I do not quite agree with, because that can be like how to say it, like they would be vulnerable for piracy. But the part when they are asking for the private servers to be option, that is cool, and I agree 100% with that. Because if the company does not have will to take care of the game, people should have right to do themselves. Because now the ownership is kinda, it's a blurry line, because you even though you purchase for a game, so you should own the game. No, it's not quite true. Stop killing games. Exactly. Stop killing games. That's it. Because like further digitalization of the games, and it's going so far, and now they are ridiculously enforcing their, how to call it, I cannot speak. What I wanted to say is that I 100% agree with them that if you purchase the game, you should have a right to play it anytime, because it's your game. Like it was in old style. You purchase the Warcraft 3 on a CD, you can play it anytime because you already paid for it. And nowadays it's like you pay for a game digitally, and you need, like, for example, Steam to play it, and it's basically on them to like tell you not to, forbid you to play it. For example, they ban you from playing the game, or they just like turn off the game literally. And that is not right. So now let's do some like these rugged cuts, and I will like play with the position of these folds a bit, so it looks like properly torn fabric. And on the last stream, like first 15 minutes, we were playing the Speed Freaks, and I still played. It's awesome. However, when I was rewatching some parts of the stream, I realized that there was no sound, so you did not hear the game sound, and I don't know why. It's 3 blobs, but I'm not able to connect it. So that I need to figure out why. So after the stream, I will watch some tutorials on it and try to fix it. Because I enjoy the game, and I'm getting better on it. So maybe like this. I think it's a wider issue of digital ownership than intellectual patents, not just games. Yeah, that's true. Movies as well. It's like I still stands behind it. If you purchase for something, you are the owner, right? You should be able to own it. Do whatever you want with the product, and you should have right to resell it if you purchase it. And of course you should have the ownership of it. I started buying the movies. After they remove a couple of series I enjoy from the streaming service. And where you are buying them? Like a hard copy or on YouTube? Because I have a few movies bought on YouTube. I struck a good deal for the Hobbit Trilogy Extended Edition in 4K. That costed me like, probably all 3 movies was like $20, but I can watch it in 4K. That is a cool deal, I think. Of course, I need like the internet connection and all that jazz, but still, it's 4K, right? So that I was pleasantly surprised of how good deal that was. And probably, maybe I have few more, both. I need to check my library. But I have it on the different account, not on the Artifex Maho. Hard copies, that's nice. Those are getting like more expensive, right? Because I am also buying but the books. I am in search of Gotrek and Felix, like Omnibus. I want to have all of them in hard copies as a collectible material, and they are getting expensive. Even the Warcraft books. From time to time, as you know, these Facebook marketplaces, right, for the Warhammer stuff, and sometimes some people are able to snack in there some books to sell. And believe or not, but for example, Warcraft books are getting expensive, like the hard copies. I love books. However, I read them on an e-reader because that is like more practical. But that I love the feeling that I own the hard copy as well. So I have like whole Lord of the Rings trilogy. I have like many Warcraft books. What else? Oh, I have a lot of battle tomes from Warhammer. This concept of the battle tomes, it's such an awesome thing to read and go through. So you have like lore about your favorite army with a lot of pictures of nicely painted miniatures, and it's just awesome. So I can say of myself that I am collecting battle tomes because I have so far I have like Bolt of the Gloomspite Gates, I have Sons of Behemoth, I have Nightout, I have Soulblight Gravelords, I have Zinch, I have what you call the Osiarch Bone Reapers, and what else? I think that's it. I think that's it. But slowly I will buy more, because I want to have like a nice collection of battle tomes. Funny, from the 40k I have 0 like codexes, but maybe I will start collecting those as well. Okay, so let's now decorate the fabric of this loincloth, or the skirt, or whatever it is. I'm thinking it looks kind of weird of this overlapping with this. I think that this shoulder fabric should be in front of this. So let me save it and let's play with it a bit. The way I can explain. Now hard copy is only solution. Everything online can boom in seconds. Yeah, I had nightmare week after CrowdStrike. Yeah. Honestly, I was able to snatch the 8th edition of Death Guard Codex for a very good price. Good on you. Was it like a good quality, or was it a little bit like dilapidated? Because some people treat books like absolute animals. These people should not be trusted. Books are precious. However, like reading through ebook, I have this e-reader. Look, I have it right here. I have this basic too. It's years old, it's maybe 12 years old, but it's not LED display, so it's not, or well, it is LED, I think, or is it? I don't know. Point is, it's not shining, so it's not like with the background light, so it's similar to reading paper books, so your eyes are not tired from reading it, and the battery lasts, I kid you not, months. Like, I was telling my wife, I charged it like 1 month ago, and you know what was the date of last time I charged it? On the Christmas Eve. So it lasted like 6 months. And it's just practical to read through it. So I was managed to acquire like very large portion of the Warhammer books, Warhammer Fantasy books on this in the ebook format. So I have all Gotthard and Felix's. I have Konrad trilogy, Blackheart's trilogy, and all of them written in Czech. I love reading in Czech language. I hope Slovaks here will not get mad. Sorry, bratkovia. But reading in Czech is way more enjoyable than reading in Slovak, because Czech language is very pleasant for fantasy. It has like, how to say, words sounds good. It's just good for fantasy, period. My language is not like that epic. So yeah, I don't like reading in Slovak. What I read in Slovak and enjoyed was horror books from Jozef Karika. It's a horror author, and actually those are one of the best horror books, stories I ever read. And there is like a movie on Netflix based on one of his movies. It's called Trhlina, but in the English it's either called The Rift or yeah, I think it's Rift. Let me call it IMDb Rift Karika. No, that's not it. Karika. Or Breach. Crack. Yeah, this one. It's only ranked 5.6 out of 10, but I think it's still the best Slovak movie they ever produced, period. And I enjoyed it a lot. And the book is even better. The book is awesome. We have this location here in Slovakia called Tribeč, and there are a lot of, it's basically like a Bermuda Triangle but forest edition, and there were a lot of disappearances happening in there throughout the years. And this is presumably a true story, people really disappeared there without a trace. So this Jozef, this author, made a book about it, and it's cool. So yeah, what was the point of my argument? Yeah, reading in language. So that was probably the only good book I read in Slovak. And for a fantasy I enjoy Czech. Of course, English is English for the original. No dispute on that, but Czech is nice. It's eating. Yeah. Perfect condition. Oh God, that's awesome. Polish Warhammer translation is slowly. I understand Polish as a Slovak. I understand Polish kind of good, but I'm not brave enough to read a book. That would be tough for me to understand. Think about Slavs, we more or less understand each other because our languages are similar. So you still got the context, but I'm not brave enough to read whole book. I wouldn't understand shit. Okay, sculpt mode. Let's go make some bumps and further decorate the rocks on the. Yeah, guys, did you see the Borderlands movie reviews? Man, that movie bombs. It's probably like the worst rated movie of this year. I'm almost tempted to see it, to see how really bad it is, because the reviews for that are ruthless. They are absolutely ruthless. The Empire of Finance. Hello. As we switch to English for books, often details get lost in translation. That's true. That's 100% true. And for that reason, I trust the Czech language, because they have pretty good translation. And I know that because many books I read both in English and Czech, and I can say they are pretty similar. For example, Gotrek and Felix. First I read them in English, and then now I'm rereading them in Czech. And in Czech they are perfect. Also Harry Potter, also, what else? Like the Warcraft movies, the books, I started reading them in Czech. Like the Day of the Dragon was Den Draka, and Valka Prastarich was War of the Ancients. So I had the chance to read them in both languages. Yeah, that might sound weird, but I like to read same books again and again because they are so good. I kinda enjoy what my brain conjures, like the vivid images when I'm reading. I love reading. It's like the best things you can do in the world. It's like the peak of entertainment for me. Like, books are above movies and series, like way up, way up. Because, and good thing about books is, you know what kind of like the trend is. But let's say it like this: movies in this day and age and series suck. There is very rarely a good movie out. Like, good exception for this is a Deadpool with Wolverine. That movie is epic, and that is like very rare exception of good movie these days. And when it comes to books, there are tons of old books which you can like read and have fun with them. Borderlands has its time. I don't know what they wanted, trying to revive it. And the casting, yeah. I cannot speak about Borderlands movie due to these political opinions. I mean, what I read from the like reviews, I did not like catch anything like political. I just that they are written in a way that the movie is just bad. Like it's plotless. It's too straightforward. There's like nothing, like no character arc. Like it's just plain bad. But I haven't like seen anything political wise. So is it like what? It's woke, or it's just I don't know, like hidden messages of politics in insert. So what we can do on this loincloth? I'm thinking of maybe decorate it with skulls. Yeah, this is what we're missing. So let's go here and take a good look on the model. Let's hide these two because they are taking unnecessary amount of space. Save it. Also, I will export the model because we need it to properly save it. It's communist fan service. Well, yeah. As everything in this day and age, sadly. Like same for Dune, but not. I don't mean anything political about Dune. But the movie, I'm too spoiled from Warhammer. I did not enjoy the Dune movie because I think it was too soft. So I was pleasantly surprised by Deadpool with Wolverine. Alright, let's merge the tail. Hopefully it will go smoothly. Okay, let's go. But what I'm looking forward this year is War of the Rohirrim. 12th of December, I think, is the premiere. Let me just quick fact check it. War of Rohirrim movie date. December 13 is War of Rohirrim. And that I know for a fact that that's gonna be absolutely epic. That's gonna be epic. So let's fetch some skulls. Look, good old skulls. Where are these? Here's the skull, and what this skull has 34,000 polygons. So 34,000 is not that bad. However, let's tone it down a bit. Kind of breaking the flow of conversation, said how there is almost no sky details on the horn. So there's no scryer details. What kind of details? Like the runes or... Let me Google it. Scryer. Skaven. So like the machines? Well... Now which ones are scryers? Scryers are... So Molder are those who create creatures, right? Scryers are the warlocks, if am I correct? Yeah, I like to have this to be vibe of like fantasy stuff, not that much like technological, if you know what I mean. Okay, I reduced the triangles to 19,000, maybe from this side. I will just leave the front detailed and the rest of it can be like butchered. Okay, we reduced to 20,000. That's... I take it. Okay, save it and let's copy this skull and decorate it. The Giants Warp. Yeah, that's I will be sculpting like Abomination, something like a child of Molder and Scryer clan. Like that's gonna be another model, but this one I like to keep it like this sage slash wizard slash Skaven prophet king. So no these technological marvels. I want this dude to have the vibes of it being like ascended by the gods, you know, by ingesting warp stone, so no warp engines and stuff. That's gonna be reserved for another model. Oh, by the way, I finally got my Skaven tank box. Have you started to glue them? To assemble them? When are these new models coming out? The Vermin Lord, this one, which was teased, which was revealed. When are they coming out? Or are they available for pre-order? I was not sure. Yeah, Pestilence, they're cool. I love reading Skaven, when you're reading the Skaven Slayer, the part of the Pestilence, especially when they firstly encounter them in this abandoned tomb, where the pestilent monk was making the soup and one of his fingers fell off to the soup. That was proper nasty. So yeah, the skulls. I was planning to like leave them here on his racks, so we break the boring cloth. Probably make them a tad bigger, something like this. Yeah, so we are preserving the scale. Yeah. And did you see the new Blood Angels models? Disappointing compared with the new AS3. Yeah, that's what I was talking about in last stream, that this model is, by the way, best Skaven model I've ever seen. It's awesome. It's everything about it is pure perfection from the sculpting point. It's just mwah, perfection. If you compare it with the new Blood Angels models, it's almost unbelievable that the same company who did this did that. I have this impression that they've like forcefully made them to look like the old hand sculpting style, because I think people were complaining, and I don't think that they look good. So let's see how well they will sell. That's the most important thing, how the community will pursue. But the thing is that they, on the Warhammer official site, on the Instagram, they don't keep the... I believe that they don't keep the criticizing comments. So they're either hiding it or deleting them. So we will not have like proper sense of what the community is thinking, but I saw it in the Imperium of Man, which is probably the biggest Facebook page for it. So many people are bashing on it that they actually don't enjoy it at all. The T-pose angel look hilarious, and the wings are too small. I have impression that it looks like pigeon wings. And this is the thing that you know, I know, everybody knows that they are capable of like sculpting awesome model, like without any problem. So this was deliberate for some reason. And also, if you take his like proportions, let's look at it. So it's like Blood Angels, new release images. Where are these? Yeah, we are talking about this, correct? Or you mean the Golden Boys? Well, this looks kind of weird to me. What I think they were trying to achieve is the hand sculpting old style. Even though it was sculpted digitally. So I think they could have done it better. Yeah. And you don't mean... I don't think you mean the same thing. Oh, you mean the Golden Boys, right? The golden ones. Let me somehow... Yeah, these ones. Look. Yeah. Now take a look at this. Let me Google Blood Angels STL. So let's look at the people from like the amateur sculptors. What they were able to do. Look. That's amateur, right? Amateur. Look how awesome this is looking. Bro. Wait, what? Or let's check another one. I've seen a lot of good models from the external companies. Look at this. Or don't. I will just save. Open image in new tab. Look at this. Now look at this. This is like 1,000 times better than what the workshop did. This is awesome. This is art. This is made with love and passion. What the hell? It looks so good. It looks so good. What is limiting about workshop is I think that they need to like produce models which are like fit into spruce. If they switch to digital ones, they could like break the barrier of what really can be done, and that would move them to another level. Because if they sure want to, they sure are able to sculpt amazing models. This Vermin Lord, again, look at this. Look at this. Okay, one thing is that this is gonna be absolute nightmare for the amateur painters to paint. I'm actually curious to see when this will be out, to see like ordinary painters how they will tackle it. Because, for example, take this. All these runes, this is freehand, guys. So imagine beginner painter how we will tackle this. He will like so many parts which are obstruct, for example, behind his leg or under this. So either painted in sub-assemblies or it would be a nightmare for them to paint. But as a model, it's awesome. Awesome. Then you type. You can hold a bit of passion, then you type painting it. Yeah. Well, we'll see. We'll see how it really will be. And I think they will be releasing a video tutorial of like how to paint it, like for the beginners. I see, so I'd like to see that, how they will tackle it. The rules are just contrast paints. Yeah, sure. Yeah, just a bit of contrast paints to the tip of a brush. It's easy to do. You just need to know freehand. Everybody can do that, right? So the amateur will look at these triangles. So what the amateur will do is like slap a dull red contrast paints over it and call it a day. That's what's gonna happen. If all those years ago when I was beginner, and if I imagine that I would have to paint that model, it would like cause me a heart attack. Because yeah, I was talking about it last stream that my like third or fourth model was a Ragnarok spider. So that was insane to paint. I did not know even what the priming is. I did not know that you should prime model black for the colors to stick properly. So I was painting like pure colors straight on the plastic. And it was bad. It was so bad. Alright, Skulls gave it a bit of a life or death. Now let's talk a bit meanwhile while we will be merging with geosets. Let's see how it will work. I already have long-lasting nightmares from painting my Imperial Knights freehand. Whew. Yeah, that I imagine that being like a total nightmare. For myself, I cannot like freehand. I don't know how to. So I'm like using every single shortcut and trick to do so, and I'm trying to actively avoiding freehand. There's a good trick. Probably I will do a video or I will do it on stream of how to like make banners. So you just like digitally print the picture, and there is a way how to blend it on the flag to look good. So that we can do. We can do it for the Ghost Army actually. So we can create some. We can sculpt some flag bearer or battle standard bearer. We can do that. Lucky start with the dwarves. My first model was the Chaos Demon Prince, way too deep. How you must understand. Those are filled with details. Imagine getting Archeon for the first model. My first model was this Goblin Shaman sitting on a rock. I will show you. Goblin Shaman. Games. Warhammer. No. I will Google just Goblin Shaman Warhammer. Yeah, this one. This was my first miniature I ever painted. This cute little guy. I still have it. I have it. That started my miniature painting journey. And it's very cool sculpt. It's very cool sculpt. You know what's my most favorite model of all time? Like I think this is like peak sculpting on peak Warhammer model. The best ever done is drum rolls. It's the Oddgate. This is the best model they ever sculpted. My favorite model of all time. I painted like 10 of them already. I have few of them in metal, and then those metal I made the silicone molds and I recasted it in resin. I made shit ton of conversions from him. It's the best. Heads off. Mwah, pure perfection. I love this goblin style. Is the best. So big head, short arms. It's so nice. On my to-do list is to sculpt this little guy from scratch into digital position, so I have him like forever. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. It's the best. And I like the old style, this big head style goblins the best. Never finished anything, I just started back with mandrakes. What are mandrakes? Let me again Google it. Mandrakes. Oh, it's a plant. I need to Google mandrake. Warhammer. Oh, those are the Eldar ones. This one. This nasty dude was in the Iron Within movie. He got like backstabbed with a knife. So those are what? Those are like the Dark Eldar like assassins or something like that. Listen to lore on. Yeah, we'll do. I was actually curious what kind of unit is that. But they did him dirty in the movie. He was flawlessly killed. Yeah, from the Kill Team box with the Night Lords. So, what the impressions I get from the movie is that they were like, it's some kind of like elite assassin unit, correct? So they can do what, like go invisible or like stealth or something like that. Tell me. So we have merged these are cool. Now let's merge these. Oh, we did that. So we have those skulls merged. Let's merge these ones. And I will add like the connection steel rings, like the eyes, toruses for the skulls. But for now I will just merge them as they are. The mandrakes, I think they're kind of melt into the shadows and use them to travel. Understandable. But the move in like what the Iron Warrior did, he just back knife, boom, and that was it. Thank you very much for sub. Besides any magical shenanigans they use, like Dark Eldar are. It's pretty disturbing, their lore. Imagine getting caught by them. Like, it's the insane horror. Like he said that, oh, you will never know the sweet release of death. So they basically kidnap people and they like serve them to homunculi, right, as their experiments and pets. And they respawn too, right? So whenever they are killed, they are able to be like reborn or something like that. Am I right? This is not your show. The Iron Warrior probably. Yes. It was such an effortless, like, boom. Like, you cannot sneak up on Iron Warrior. No, that's high price to pay. They can strap to any shadow in the world, mock their prey. They killed someone in the highest guarded prison and had his headless body on its hands, knees praying to its own head. Ah, yes, twisted fucks. And am I right? Like they can respawn, right? They can be like reborn. Soulstones, yeah, you're right. You basically Slaanesh will devour the souls of Eldar if they don't protect themselves. Eldar use Soulstone. Dark Eldar fed by torturing other creatures. It gives them energy. Ah, yeah, well, that's creepy. So basically, everything what happened in Iron Within movie, it's just a game for them, right? So all those Eldar, Dark Eldar who were killed, they most likely be respawned at some point. And those Iron Warriors are not. Okay, we have merged these. What else we are missing? So we have bells, we have this and that. Okay, this is nice. Let me save it. So we are almost done. I think, like, I will dedicate a couple of hours tomorrow morning to properly look at the model and check what can be improved. And yeah, maybe tomorrow evening we can start printing, and on a Sunday stream we'll paint. Oh, base. We need to sculpt the base for this big lot. That can be something special. And wait, what kind of base should I use for him? Do we know the size of this base? Is it 100 millimeters or is it like 130? That's the question. I think it's 130. Am I correct? They sound like kind of clone themselves with the help of the homunculi. Yeah, I think not master of the Carilor. They sound like kind of clone. Yeah, but their consciousness is like preserved, right? Okay. Let's start merging the geosets. So I will save a few parts because I like them, so I will save the stuff because maybe I can release it separately for you guys to print it and use it on your own Skaven models. So stuff, export. Now stuff with the hand, so you can print it and use it for your own Vermin Lord in case you don't like the weapon. So hey, I close it, why? So you can like attach this stuff, print it and attach it here if you don't like this red stuff. Now we need to wait a bit for Blender to... I think it's not a master... yes, they offer like a finger or something small like the hammock. I rebuild them for that. Oh, nice. So Vermin Lord has 120 times 92 oval base. Is that oval? Really? Oh, fuck. Oval bases suck. Me no like it. Like proper hero models such as this one should have round base, period. Okay, these two, okay, I will still leave them here for just in case I need something. Alright, what should we merge? So we may try to merge arm with the body. How come we are multiplying polygons if we had way less? This Blender doesn't make sense. I'm not sure he has the same base. Probably he will. Probably you're right, because this should be like another Vermin Lord model, so I think it should match. But maybe not. Maybe it's something separate. For some Imperial Knights, for me Imperial Knight fix my hate for oval bases. Knight is kind of reasonable to be there because he's like flat, or same like Colossal Squig. That model is a giant beast, like leaning forward. That actually no, I made a few Colossal Squigs on the round base. They look best on the 80mm squig, what's it called, Mango squig bases. Let me check. Imperial Knight. What do you mean by that? Imperial Knight. Ah, I would still put them on round. If or No, this makes sense on oval. I agree. Because they are big and it would be much space to preserve, kinda. So if you put them on round, there will be like a bunch of unused space. So yeah, okay, that's understandable. The warpsmith using oval bases should be a crime. What is a warpsmith? Excuse my lack of knowledge, so I had to Google everything. Warpsmith. Wait, this one? So this is on oval? But these guys are putting them on round. You mean Warsmith or Warpsmith? I know what the Warsmith is. This is Warsmith. Iron Warriors have them. They were on the books. So there's like a leader. Highest ranking non-demon leader, right? But Warpsmith? You take my... And those are on oval? Why? That should be a hate crime. Okay, the merge was successful, so let us just merge this. In fact, let's use the Orb Rock Noise. And did you hear that the new Storm Vermin models, you have to rebase them because they said that now they will be on 28mm instead of 25. What the fuck is even 28mm base? Like, what's the point of it? Why? It's like 3mm difference. It's not much. It's really not much. And for the competitive play, I really pity those guys who have to like rebase their armies. '20 was old style. Wasn't it 25? 20mm was square one, right? Yeah, so 2 times 2 centimeters, 20 square base. I had like a whole army of night goblins, and 25mm was for the orcs, for the boys, right? I mean fantasy. Hello, Sophie. So apparently 28mm was the new base format introduced in Warcry. Why? That's a bullying. Because I was checking like side to side comparison, and it's like 3mm are not the difference. It's very very small, almost unnoticeable difference. And to do rebasing just because of that. Now when you're comparing squares with round bases, I'm a huge fan of round bases. I think it was a good step forward because by putting models on the round bases, they look better all around than squares. Because you can like rotate it from each side, and it almost feels like it just look better in my opinion. At least, what I could deal with is, for example, basic units or regiments having on squares, but hero models should be on round. Definitely should be on round. Rebasing is a nightmare. I have 200 plus dwarves to do. Oof. Man. That's not nice. What I would do in this case, I would 3D print them whole. All these bases, and just paint them with oils and pigments, as I did with the ghosts. That is enjoyable and kind of quick. But the huge risk in rebasing is that snap them from the former bases, and what will happen is for sure that it will break a few feet, and you are exposing the underneath of plastic, so you'll have to do a bit of painting, but it can be fixed with adding an extra foliage. But if you're talking about dwarfs, or do you have any metal models? Because metal models are a chapter on itself. Like those motherfuckers like breaking the metal, like this plate which is going into the base. This is pure nightmare. I am really not fan of metal models. I can stick the base. Yeah, you can stick the base on a bigger base. But only like official tournament, would it work? They will accept it. Yeah, at least I have printer now. Yeah, nice. Now from the like slowly the summer is ending and I'm trying to like catch the structure of the stream, so we will do in the near future that actually I will finally have a Discord live from my Patreon, and I will make a vote, like a polls, so of the things which we will sculpt and print together. So like the smaller stuff suitable for stream. So one of them ideas could be like making 25mm dwarf bases, right? And you can then print them. As we did with the like ghost hopper models. Oh, wait. Something is fucked up. But I really don't know if they would be acceptable. Yeah, they have insane rules, all the official tournaments. I heard, this is a rumor, and I heard that on like the official tournaments they're even weighting your models if they are not like recasts or prints. Is that true? Like zero pirate model policy. Yeah, of course it was merged incorrectly. Alright. And the blender is laggy as hell. It won't let me send you message on Instagram. I was going to send through the Mandrake Lord video. What is saying there? I should get it in the message request. I will check it out. You can send me one message, and if probably already sent me, so I will check it out. I'm always rising my advance like 3mm mostly. That does not matter unless you are that guy. Yeah, you can find these assholes, like nitpicky assholes everywhere in every community, so the best way is just to ignore them. Because if people are miserable, they will always find something. So it's like the old saying that who wants to be the dog, they will always find a stick. Never become that guy. I was asking, yeah, you meet that guy, yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. So let's investigate what went wrong here. So we have arm. Let's check if this was merged properly. Yeah, this was cool. So why the... Oh, let's check here if this was merged. This was merged, okay. So we have issue here with the armband or wristband. So let's investigate why it didn't go through as it should have. Yeah. So let's play with it a bit and then we will wrap it up. Yeah, that guy, it's like they can like really bitch about your paint scheme of because it's not like lore accurate and stuff, so it's just pain in the ass to deal with these people. Come on. Do you have a Discord? Working on it. I'm still like trying to understand the whole concept of it because it's new to me. But yeah, working on it. Soon. Come on. Why it froze? Yeah, tomorrow, first thing in the morning, I will do some like patches of torn fabric on the loincloth slash skirt or whatever it is. But then I think it's, we should call it a day. No, for some reason this armband is not, I'm not able to merge it properly. I have no idea why. Yeah, but this is tomorrow's Maho problem. So let's export it and have a look. Let's do a preview. Yeah, it's just not working now, and it's extremely laggy. Again, this is a big L for Blender because ZBrush has this technology of allowing you to work with high polygon models and to sculpt efficiently models with not so high polygon count, which Blender sadly does not have, and you have to do it manually. Yeah, so it's laggy as hell. My Westward was that guy, my great Nancy Miami sanctioned as tournament legal by official GW judges. Yeah, well, again, they will find something to shit on you because they are miserable. Wait, let's save it. So 20 million triangles. Grom the Orc saying, hello bro, building, make, ratting, yes, I'm right. This is Blender, buddy. We're sculpting in Blender. And you just came right in time when we are almost finished with sculpting and we will do this grand preview. So let me close it and... Blender sculpting mode, damn right. Hey Maho, would you ever try sculpting something for the Iron Warriors? Yeah, in fact I sculpted Perturabo, like in demon mode. It was in the previous computer, but I have it on Patreon. And on my Instagram there's like a finished piece. So... Let me show it to you. Hopefully I will be able to scroll all the way down to it, because it was a few months ago. Meanwhile, take a nice look on the Red King. Where are you? Perturabo. Getting closer, or here. It's super small. Why? Yeah, this one. So this is my Perturabo model, which is sculpted and printed for a client. And actually soon I will be like resculpting it to even enhance his demonic parts, and I will make like a better pose and stuff. Yeah, it's available on my Patreon, so if you want to print it and have it, go there, buddy. It's good stuff. And notice he's holding Imperial Fist helmet, hat in his hand. I found it appropriate. So anyway, this is our Skaven Lord. Proper skinny Rat King. He's tactical rook. So tomorrow, like in the morning I will look at it from every single angle and think of what I can like improve, and I will like fix minor bugs and issues, and if all goes well in the evening we'll start printing, and on the Sunday stream we can start painting. And I need to figure out the base, if it's gonna have like a big one like the 130 or the oval one. Hopefully I'll be able to get that information, or I will ask the client what does he prefer. That would be the best actually. So yeah, guys, this is it for today. Thank you all for being here. You were awesome as usual, and I really enjoyed it. And I hope I see you in the next one. So until then, have a good night and bye.